Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I'm at Holmes Volvo Cars here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and this is the 2022 version of the Volvo Xc60. First thing to notice, one of the new colors. This is Pine Gray Metallic, new color for the 2022 model year. And other changes, you'll notice this is a B5, not a T5, but a B5. The T5 and T6 have been dropped, and now you will find the B5 and B6 in their places. There are also some little tweaks on the front end with the grille. We'll take a look at that shortly when we do our exterior tour. One of the biggest changes, the infotainment system is now using Google Assistant. And actually, I think that's pretty cool because it's a lot of fun to play with, has some really cool and unique features. Let's get started and see exactly what you can expect if this is a model you wish to buy for 2022. Okay, on this bright sunny day, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, but it has LED headlights, of course the daytime running lights. You can see I've got the blinker turned on, and a common question that people will ask is that have turn signal indicators built into the side view mirrors. Hopefully you can see it is blinking right there, but there they are nonetheless. 19-inch wheels. Let's see if we can get down here and give you a good view. Now, I might have lied earlier because I actually wound up taking a picture and inserting it in earlier when I said we would take a look at the slightly revised front grille later in the video. Well, we already did that. I showed a picture earlier of that, but as you can see, there is the change to the grille. And just a quick overall look to the B5 version of the Volvo XC60. And we'll just take a quick look around, kind of a panoramic tour of sorts. As you can see, there it is, B5. In case you did not believe me, that's what it is. That's how YouTube works. People often will say, that's not a B5, it's a T5. Because that's just the way YouTube correction Nazis, as I like to call them, work down in the comments section sometimes. And of course, you're gonna still have a lot of that same great exterior look. Always liked this overall design of the rear tail lights here. I don't know, that just really sets the XC60 off any of these XC models. Got the chrome trim here around the windows, on that bottom portion of the door sill down there, and the roof rails. One thing I do want to say here, this is a model that is available, as are all of the Volvo XC models, in all-wheel drive or two-wheel drive, which would be front-wheel drive. One thing I like here, being a gearhead, I like to open the hood on cars, and I like the fact that it's not hard to find the hood release. It's this yellow release right here, and I'm just going to open that up. This is why I love these struts right here. So many people don't understand why I like to have the struts on here, where you don't have to go hunting around for anything special to open the hood, and then you have to put it up with the manual rod. So now we can take a look at the 2-liter turbocharged direct injection 4-cylinder. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, putting out 247 horsepower. That's the engine, not the transmission, putting out those numbers. Again, trying to quiet those YouTube correction Nazis. 247 horsepower coming from the engine, and 258 pound-feet of torque. And let's just take a look here. I'll show you. I don't know how easily you can see this, but here we go. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. 23 miles per gallon city, 30 estimated out on the highway, a combined total of 26 on gas mileage. That is obviously one of the biggest advantages to the engine that's under the hood of this model. And you still have the hands-free tailgate option for 2022. Cargo space comes in at 17.8 all the way to 63.6 cubic feet. And good news for those of you who do not like the tire repair kits that are showing up in so many more vehicles these days, there is a spare tire under the floor. A little bit hard for me to show that one-handed, but let's do this. Just on one side here, I'll show you how to lower the rear seats so you can see that as we get our really first good look at the interior. We'll take a closer look here in just a second. But you still have the release right here that just makes lowering the seats so much easier. and of course very easy to put back up, and you do still have the pass-through option if you wish to take advantage of that. And now as we officially make our way into the back seat and into the interior, just to kind of show you a little bit of what's here. Got plenty of cargo space, plenty of space for rear seat passengers here. It is very comfortable, in fact. And of course you've got climate control back here in the rear. As you can see, you even have the ability to use heated seats here in the rear as well, although we definitely do not need that today. And let's see here if I can get down here and show you a little bit of a shot of the available connectivity before we hop into the real business area. And by the way, there is a sunroof still here, the panoramic sunroof. I'll give you a better view of that from a different angle, but if you're wondering, is there still a panoramic sunroof available? The answer is yes. Okay, a quick look here at the dashboard. Kind of hard today to get a good glareless look. I don't know if I can do that or not, but have navigation up there right now. I like the fact that that is on the dashboard. And here is something interesting. This Volvo Xc60 comes with a blinker right here. Actually, all vehicles do. But if you don't know how that works, just in case you're one of those people, see that arrow flashing to the right, and then when I push the lever into the down position, it flashes to the left. That indicates to drivers around you what you are doing, turning to the left or the right, or what you might be doing. Imagine the novelty of doing such things, letting people know what you're doing out on the road. Anyway, all kidding aside, gotta kid some of these videos, especially if you made it to this point. Here are your controls. I don't have to explain those, hopefully not, but if you do want to open that power rear lift gate from the driver's seat, well, there's how you do that. Your steering wheel mounted controls, and of course the main area of interest right here. Here is the infotainment system. Now you might wonder, do we still have the AC controls here on the screen or within the screen? And the answer is yes. So I think I'm gonna leave that on actually. I hope that air isn't bothering anybody. But here's the cool thing about it. You can actually talk to Google and ask questions like this. Hey Google, how much gas do I have left?
Your gas is running low, so consider filling up. You can still drive for about 29 miles.
And you can also ask a lot of other questions, including this. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why are stadiums so cool? Because they're full of fans.
Yeah, you probably heard that ba-da-pow with the drums in your head too. So anyway, look here at the shifter as well. Try and give you a good look at that. I know we've got the glare of the sun not helping us out too much, but pretty much the same layout and design here with the center console as what we've seen in the past. And we'll open up here to show you what all is there. You've got some of your connectivity, available connectivity. How much space is in here? I'm guessing if you folded your Vehicle Visionary t-shirts just right, you could fit, 4, maybe 5 in there. I don't know, you might be able to squeeze down 6. It's really hard to say for sure, but ultimately just a very tasteful vehicle, very enjoyable to sit in and to drive. And I do like the new technology. And by the way, while we're sitting here, let me make sure I do cover a couple of things here on the screen, including the backup camera, which you have right there. Nice clear view. And let's see here, you can also, you don't have to be in reverse to take advantage of that camera, so that's always a nice feature to have there. Okay, as we get out here for a quick test drive, the first thing that I have to say about the Xc60 is the fact that it rides so well. The smooth ride quality really grabs my attention. And even though where we are right now, these roads are pretty smooth, but I just came off of an area where they're not so smooth. In fact, I like to say as I drive around most areas of Shreveport, Louisiana, here in Northwest Louisiana, well, I have my own personal test track for testing out suspension and shocks and ride quality. So overall, the ride quality here is excellent. And of course, you've got the driver's aid or driver aids. Let's put the S in the right place. Driver aids, such as lane keep assist and blind spot warning, all that good stuff that works so well. And I like the fact that here, if I can get a picture of it for you, somehow get a view of it. It's hard to do that because I don't have enough GoPros to go around really to be able to put something on an area such as the side view mirror, but I like the fact that the blind spot indicator is very large. You don't really have to look for it. You know when it comes on. That's a real positive for Volvo, I would say. Some vehicles, it's a very small, little, teeny, tiny icon. You almost have to get a magnifying glass out on some vehicles to see it in the side view mirror. Not so here. And the drivability, the steering quality, we'll say, is very good, very responsive. You've got a very nice, comfortable, leather-wrapped steering wheel. It just makes such a difference in feeling like you're just really in control. A lot of vehicles, you know, you just kind of have a little bit of play in the steering wheel, not so much here. And I'm not going to say that it's high performance like, but it sure isn't far from it. I just like the fact that everything is very responsive. And of course, like I said, you got that blind spot detection, but you really don't have a bad blind spot. If you're like me, and even though those driver aids are there, I still look over my right shoulder when I'm moving, changing lanes to the right, whatever I'm doing. That's a habit. I've been doing that for so long. I started driving in the early 1990s, so it's kind of hard to break that habit. But overall, everything here is so user-friendly. I love having Google Assistant here. Everything's just super easy to use. Even the heads-up display, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but there is a heads-up display here. So a lot of great conveniences, creature comforts, and just a fun vehicle to drive overall. The size of the Xc60 sure makes it easy to get around. And the thing that I know a lot of people are going to say, we got to cover this real quick, is it's going to be underpowered. Not so much. I mean, I can't really step on it too much in this area, but just easing onto the pedal to get up to speed, no problem. So definitely not underpowered in my opinion. And keep in mind, I'm a high performance enthusiast, a former and soon to be again race car driver. So if I tell you it's not underpowered, it probably isn't. And that is a tour. The 2022 version of the Volvo Xc60. Tell me what you think. If you plan to pick one of these up, what exactly do you plan to buy? Gotta say a special thanks to my friends here at Volvo Cars of Shreveport, and to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out another of the videos that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.